Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to Ballin Burgundy podcast. I am Justin on Instagram, DC Commander Justin. I'm joined with.
What's going on, guys? What's going on, guys? Welcome back. It is Jonathan at John.pro_10. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that little notification bell for post notifications so you know every time we upload here on YouTube. We got a good one for you guys. We got a real good one for you guys.
Oh, it's going to be great today. Can't wait to start it.
I say let's get right into it, guys. If you weren't following news on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, our offensive coordinator position has been filled by the one, the only, two-time Super Bowl champion, Eric Bieniemy. Now, there's been a lot of backlash around it. Whether it's Get Up, First Take, Twitter about him needing to go to another franchise to prove something, him having to go to a horrible place. Why would he not stay with the Chiefs? Why isn't he head coach? All good points. I'm not gonna dispute a lot of those points. He deserves to be head coach, but I think there's two factors. I think it was Marcus Spears. It was Marcus Spears or it was Keyshawn Johnson. I can't remember which one. Said that he might not interview well as a head coach, which not everyone does. He's been in the league for a while. He's been the OC since Patrick got to KC, and he's had multiple opportunities to be head coach, but never got the interviews. B, that he has to know something between Ron's health, new ownership, and everything like that. He has to know either one of two things. Either A, he's going to be there for a year, and he knows he'll be the head coach within the next 2 years. Or B, that whoever bids on the Commanders has said, hey, you're going to be here for the long term. Here's the money. What do you think?
I agree with you. I mean, Ron's health isn't the best. I mean, you've seen him from the year he joined to now. His health's starting to decline a bit, and it's about time for him to sit there and say, I'm done coaching. I want to see my family for a while.
Yeah.
But I do think Eric's going to be the next head coach within a year or so. I mean, it's all in the pen.
Yeah, I think he deserves to be the head coach because we were, I think, 27th points per game, like 30th yards per game, 31st in QBR, versus Casey's, number one offense, which makes sense. We had three quarterbacks, four running backs, multiple offensive positions kind of in and out of the lineup, defense positions in and out of the lineup. So we weren't consistent at all. But if he could take us from 27th to, let's say, 15th, 14th, right, average to a little bit better than average offense, because he'll have 100% control of that offense. He is the offensive coordinator and the assistant head coach, which really gives you a big clue of, okay, this is a serious hire here. This isn't just OC and done. This is a future serious role.
Agreed. And let's just real quick. EB already started cleaning house a bit today.
Yeah.
He did part way with senior offensive assistant Jim Hausler, who's been here for a little while.
Yep.
Another side news is wide receiver coach Drew Terrell will be leaving the team to join the Cardinals. He's going to be a big loss.
Yep, that is going to be a big loss. People were saying, I think you were saying bringing Santana Moss. I will see Santana Moss on Saturday, the 25th here in Virginia Beach. So I'm excited about that. But that's neither here nor there. Bringing Santana Moss, he's, one of the Redskins all-time greats. As a receiver, bring him in. I've seen a few people say bringing some like a Steve Smith's, the Carolina receiver. He's great. If I'm bringing in a wide receiver coach, I'm either elevating that assistant wide receiver coach, or you go to college, whether it's Ohio State, Alabama, Georgia, Tennessee. To me, it should be Ohio State receiver coach.
Brian Hartline.
Brian Hartline.
He's their receiver coach, and you've seen what he's put. I don't think he's leaving. Ohio State had him good for his contract. But he played in the NFL with the Dolphins for about 5-6 years, and he was solid.
Yeah.
But he builds receivers out of Ohio State like it's nothing.
Even within the last 2 years, guys like Garrett Wilson, guys like Chris Olave, this year with Marvin Harrison Jr., and what is his other name? Ikdaba. You know what I'm talking about.
It's close enough.
Yeah, I'm sorry for if whoever sees this. I'm sorry for the botch, but I mean, someone like a Marvin Harrison Jr., who already comes from the legendary father, who, in my opinion, outside of Jalen Hyatt and Jordan Addison, who are two draft picks this year, was the best receiver in college. I mean, you're talking about a guy who's going to jump for the ball, who's got good hands, the toe tap swagger on lockdown, and he's not a guy who's going to be flat, going to be in the news because he did something bad. Ohio State doesn't really build receivers for drama. They build receivers for the NFL and to body defenders.
Agreed. I mean, look at the next upcoming guy at Ohio State, Julian Fleming.
Yeah.
I actually know him in person. I actually versed him in high school
Oh, there you go.
way back in the day, and he's legit. He's going to be really good for Ohio State. And he's going to be a good football player in the NFL.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Fleming, Emeka, Egbuka. Sorry for the pronunciation again, but him, Marvin Harrison Jr., Jackson Smith Najigba, who will probably, in my opinion, be a first round pick this year at the receiver position. But I mean, when you look at some of the all time greats from Ohio State, I mean, even from us sitting here, Terry McLaurin, Curtis Samuel, you have a Joey Galloway, a Ted again Jr., Santonio Holmes, a Chris Carter. I mean, Marvin Harrison himself. I mean, Michael Thomas, Olave, like I said earlier, Garrett Wilson, like I said earlier. I mean, say what you want.
Terry,
Noah Brown,
can't forget our boy Terry.
our boy Terry, Noah Brown, who from the Cowboys, Paris Campbell on the Colts. I mean, just names out the wazoo. I mean, obviously you have schools like Bama, schools like Tennessee, schools like Florida, schools like FSU, who all have great receivers out of them. I mean, to say what you want. To me, Ohio State is wide receiver U. Oh, and LSU, my apologies. LSU's number 2, I think. Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, Odell Beckham Jr. But I think Ohio State right now has the best receivers coming into this NFL. What do you think? What do you think about what I just said?
Oh, you're 100%. I mean, you can't tell me Ohio State isn't receiver U. I mean, LSU is number 2.
Yeah.
Then 3 on down, it's all going to depend on the stats and the players and all. But I agree with you 100%.
Yeah. I don't even think it's like 1 and 2. I mean, you could make a case it's 1A, 1B. Because, like I said, LSU has Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, Odell. I mean, those are just 3 of the all-time people.
True. But you did have a gap between Odell and Jarvis.
Yeah. Oh,
Jamar Jefferson.
Yep. DJ Chark, Terrace Marshall Jr., Kayshon Boutte, who I think will be a good wide receiver coming into this draft. He'll probably be an early second to late first if someone really needs a receiver. But if I was going to grab one, and I'm Eric Bieniemy, give whoever wants Ohio State's wide receiver room a contract. I don't care if it's you got to overpay him by 3, 4, 5 million. Get him in here.
Yeah, I don't care who you truly bring, as long as you trust that dude.
Yeah,
but I do want to see a player assistant. That seems to be a theme going to the NFL. Like Panthers just hired D'Angelo Hall. I've been saying it for a while. D Hall here is DB coach for a while. Nope. We still got vacancies to fill for our coaching staff too. So
yeah. But I mean, say what you want. The Panthers have guys like CJ Henderson and JC Horn, who are young and good corners on the rise. And for him, it's, make your mark in coaching. I don't see it as a bad thing. So obviously, congratulations to D'Angelo Hall. I think JC Horn is going to be a great corner in the next few years. Injuries aside, I think he did great for Carolina. But if you can't go college and you can't go someone who has a great resume in the NFL because they're hard to come by, find what's in your building. Like Ron says, we got everything we need in this building. It's going to bite him in the ass. But if we have good coaches at the assistant level who already know, what Terry does, what Curtis does, what Jahan does, De'Ami Brown, if they already know the ins and outs with them and they're already, relatively good relationship, use that to your advantage. Use it to your advantage if you can.
I don't know. I truly think this receiver core we have is pretty special
Oh, it
with
is.
Terry, Dotson, Samuel, and
Brown.
Brown.
Yeah.
It's special. I think you could talk somebody in leaving a team to come here.
Oh yeah.
You can't tell me you can't with that
No.
much talent.
No, I definitely agree. I think it should be someone from the outside. If you're bringing in someone like Eric Bieniemy, I mean, he's starting to clean house. But at the same time, if you're cleaning house, if you're not sure who when ownership's going to take over, I'm a college coach. I can't disagree if I wanted to say no when I have something stable at Ohio State, LSU, versus an organization who's crumbling right now and looking to rebuild truly from the ground up. I can't say I would I wouldn't say no in their shoes. So I can see either way going if that was me.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. But hopefully, I obviously this year we had a better receiving core than on paper we had a better receiving core than the Chiefs. Juju, MVS, Sky Moore, Kadarius Toney versus us, Jahan, Terry, Curtis, Diame, Cam Sims. On paper, we have more talent to do. Receivers, running backs, Brian Robinson, Patterson, Williams, Gibson. O-line, they were better on tight end there. I mean, it might have been the greatest tight end in the NFL and who will go down as the greatest tight end in NFL history in Travis Kelce. But now we got someone who's going to 110% take over this offense, go through free agency, build up the offensive line. As much as I want to say bring a tight end, a Gesicki, a Schultz, or you draft one, see what you have in your room. Cole Turner, John Bates, Amari Rogers, and who's the last one I'm thinking of?
Hodges,
Hodges. Thank you. Was it Curtis Hodges? I think it's like.
something like that.
But I mean, they all four of them played pretty good in the preseason and within the first few games that Carson started. Hodges and Rogers. I mean, Amari Rogers being a former quarterback, 6'6" as a tight end. You're saying you can't use that height and size. Turner and Bates being good on blocking, but also can catch the ball relatively good. Yes, someone like a Michael Meyer, a Dalton Kincaid, a Musgrave are going to be great tight ends. Do we really need to waste a draft pick on them within the second round, third round when we have more pressing issues?
No, if you're really going to add tight end, grab what's his name from Dolphins,
Mike Gesicki, the whitest, the
Suzeki.
younger.
Yeah. If you really want him, if you really want to sign a tight end or draft one, he's your best option.
Yeah.
In free agency, go for it. He's not even supposed to be projected to be like an extremely high contract.
Oh yeah.
It's going to be something in the ballpark. 3 years, maybe
Mm.
30 million.
Yeah. I mean, there's younger guys on there. Irv Smith Jr., Hayden Hurst, who's been all around the league, between the Falcons, I think the Browns, the Bengals. I mean, he's been around, but he's been a quality guy for all the teams. Um, I just think we should develop some of the guys versus you bring in a lot of vets like we tend to do, and then they get beat off the blocks or they get burned or they don't do their job.
True. I think Logan Thomas might be cut.
Probably.
I think there's a strong possibility,
Yep.
unless they want to run with Thomas this year.
I don't know. I don't know. We will get into that when we hit the simulator. I think just overall this is a great hire. I don't know the length of the contract. I'm assuming it's going to be at least a 3-year contract.
It's multi-deal. It's multi-deals. What
Multi-year.
Ian Rappaport wrote.
Yeah, multi-year is good and bad because multi-year can be anywhere from as low as 3, because 3 years is multiple years, to as high as 8 with how coaching goes. Because I think who got like a 7-year deal? Hackett got like a 7-year deal, and he was cut within the first year. So I'm a little worried, but
Yeah, I wouldn't be too worried. I have faith in EB.
I wouldn't
It's
be.
not like a John Gruden hire.
Oh yeah, I'm not too
10
worried.
years, 100 million.
I remember that. I remember seeing that. I was like, good lord. I'm not too worried. I'm just worried that new ownership's gonna come in and be like, nah, I'm good. And now you've lost Bieniemy and who else? I don't know. I'm a little skeptical.
The race is down to three owners.
It
The
is.
three owners did tour the building
That's a
recently, and I do think all the coaches, have and the president Jason Wright has had talks with all three of the owners, the
problem.
new possible owners. So
Yeah.
I'm not too concerned yet.
No, I always think, I'm always that second decision. Like, did I really make a good choice? Especially when it comes to this ownership going from Dan to someone, and the fact that Dan made this hire when he normally doesn't make a good hire worries me because now it's, oh, if the enemy doesn't do good, he's gone next year. If we
This
go from
was this wasn't sorry to interrupt. This
there,
wasn't Dan's hire. This was Ron Rivera's.
I
Ron Rivera and Jason Wright have full potential and full say in what goes on in the building.
good.
Yeah, he might sit there and have to get it approved by Dan. He might sit there and say, "Hey, we're going to hire this guy. Are you okay with it?" Yes, no. You know,
Yeah,
but Dan Dan has no say really, other than that final decision.
good.
And EB is a smart guy. He's not just going to come here just to
Oh
get
no,
fired in 2 months. I
no,
highly doubt that.
no. I don't either. I just being that we've all suffered under the Dan Snyder tirade, is if something like that happens, I can't say I didn't sit here and say, well, I never saw this coming because it's the NFL. It's a business, it's a corporation, and owners don't see people as people. They see people as assets. So that's just um but I don't want to get too pessimistic. I think it's a great hire. I think Bieniemy can come in here and develop Sam Howell to be a quality starter. He won't. I don't think he'll be a top 10 quarterback. Mahomes, Rodgers, Lamar, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert, guys like that. But if he's better than Kirk Cousins, better than Dak Prescott, we're in good hands.
Yeah, as long as he's the top 15 quarterback, that's
Yeah,
all we got to worry about.
yeah,
But I think he's going to be a special guy.
yeah. As long as we, build up Sam a good offensive line, get him some good weapons. I mean, he already has a great receiver trio, but just get him, a solidified tight end. True. I mean, Robinson's gonna be the number one back. I don't know who's the number two if we don't keep Gibby. We'll get into that later. But build around him. If in 1 year Bieniemy says we tried and didn't happen, then so be it. Someone like a Caleb Williams, a Drake May, Penix Jr. is out there, but let's see what Sam has. And I'm excited for Bieniemy. Round two. Let's get into the second part of our day.
Oh, you know it.
For those who tuned in the past few episodes, Justin did his top 5 free agent targets that we're calling or our free agent targets. He had great pieces, but that was a few episodes ago. I meant to do mine, and then he wasn't on for a bit, and then we had guests on, so that changed the schedule. But today we have my top 5 free agent targets. Now,
Are you ready to rumble?
are you ready? Now, they're not in any order. Don't get it twisted. They're not in any specific order. Because if I had to go in order, I'd be here for a while. But I'm gonna pull mine up so that I'm not guesstimating on the sign of caution. Just bear with me for a second. There we go. So, like I said, it's not in any order, but if I say number one, it's not number one on my board. It's just how my list is made up. So my first free agent target, Orlando Brown Jr., the offensive tackle out of Kansas City. Now, he will be expensive. I don't doubt that. He is going to warrant $12, $15 million a year. But he was a good offensive lineman for the Chiefs. He was good in where did he get drafted? Baltimore, I think it was. He's a solid young offensive lineman who has good hands, good speed, and kept up with guys like Fletcher Cox, Javon Hargrave, Hassan Reddick in the Super Bowl. He met up with guys like Trey Hendrickson in the AFC Championship. He met up with guys like who else have they played this year that were quality? Max Crosby when they played Las Vegas, Khalil Mack when they played the Chargers. I mean, when you got something like that against guys of that caliber, you tend to notice them. And I think he'd be a good piece here.
Agreed. If I had to rate them, I rate it a 10 out of 10.
10 out of
I'd love the signing. Charles Leno's going to have to get
10.
going.
Yeah.
If you got to go. I mean, if you're faster, if you have like an 80 speed Madden, you just sped rush Charles Leno.
Yeah.
His speed are like cinder blocks.
Yeah.
But maybe EB and Brown have some sort of connection to come here. You never know.
You never know.
But if you cut or trade Leno, you're clearing a good $8-9 million salary cap.
Yep.
So technically, it's not going to kill you to go after Brown.
No.
But yeah, I love that move.
Yeah. He was higher on my board every time I do a free agent simulator, and I do them for like every franchise when I'm bored, and he's normally the number one guy I go to if they need O-line is him. My second pick in my top 5 free agents out of Buffalo, someone who doesn't have on his board, and I religiously agreed with, linebacker Tremaine Edmonds. Great linebacker, good in the pass, good on run stuff. Pair him up with Jamin Davis, and I think you have a good linebacking duo. Now, he will also be pricey. He's going to warrant 9-10 million a year as a linebacker because linebackers are going to go up in price this year. But if we have Bieniemy, or now we have Bieniemy, maybe does he look like, hey, I like this guy. You Jack Del Rey and Ron Rivera. We both play in the NFL. Now I'm getting excited. You never know. So I think he'd be great on this team as well.
Agreed. That's another top 10. That's like the biggest 2 guys that we need. I don't care how you make the money. We need them. We haven't had a decent linebacker like that since London Fletcher.
Nope.
We failed. Mason Foster, a fail. Will Compton, a fail. Zach Brown, one good year, 100+ tackles, get signed, just be cut the next year.
Yep.
We haven't had nobody flashy, and Edmonds can do everything.
Yep.
He's a top 10 linebacker in the league. We haven't had one of those forever.
It's been a while.
It has. Go for it. I don't care if you have to cut or trade somebody. Just do it.
You never know. You never know. Sorry, guys. Number 3 on my top 5. Someone who you also had on your board. I had to steal some of your thunder again. Mike McGlinchey, 49ers offensive tackle. He's on the older side, but again, he's a top 10 offensive lineman, similar to Orlando Brown. He's going to warrant money, but if you pair him up with Sam Cosmi and you draft guys, him as the vet, he's going to be a quality starter versus Leno, versus Roulier, versus Trey Turner, versus Norwell. I mean, that's four or 5 guys right there that he's already better than combined.
I give that an 8.5. A little lower. The age concerns me. Just a little. Normally, linemen at 30, 31 start to decline. Like look at Marshall Yada from the Ravens. He was the guard. He hit 30, 31, and he declined. There's so many other players too. I mean, McGlinchey can come here. I just don't think that's the best move because they're probably going to let him run a little more.
A little bit.
I think Cosmi at right tackle is probably better because Cosmi is like a freak of nature from running, jumping, just an athletic freak.
Yep.
But McGlinchey, if he did come here, Cosmi'd have to move the guard. But I'm down for him to come here.
Yeah, I chose him because if we're getting rid of guys like Leno, Norwell, and Turner, you're gonna want someone who's more of a veteran, but also is gonna give these guys teachable moments in preseason and the offseason. Like you said, you move him to right tackle, move Kazmi to guard. There we go. Like I said, age is a factor, but you've been doing this since he got drafted in what 20 when year did he get drafted? He's been in here for a hot minute,
Oh, he's year 6 or 7.
and he's still a top 10
Yeah,
offensive lineman. That's saying something.
yeah, yeah. But look at Brandon Sheriff though. He was still a top 10 O lineman when we left him. When we let him go for free,
Yeah,
we
but we
weren't
also
smart enough
like
to trade
tagged
him.
him, but we tagged him like twice, and he didn't want to stay, which I can't say I blame him. But number 4, position of need, cornerback out of Arizona, Byron Murphy Jr. Now, some might say, "Oh, he's a little bit of a liability. Oh, he's a little slow." Really? Because he's a quality corner for Arizona. When you have someone out there who's catching balls like he does as a corner and running like he does, was it him that got tracked down by? No, that was Buda Baker. Never mind. Byron Murphy's still a quality corner. You bring him in with Juiced and maybe Christian Gonzalez if we draft him. You're saying you wouldn't take him over Bobby McCain? You wouldn't take him over? I mean, I don't even know who else we had at corner because Wild Goose,
Christian Holmes,
Christian Holmes.
Andy Johnson, Fuller,
I mean, you're saying that.
Jesus.
I mean, you're saying Byron Murphy isn't better than 4 out of those 5 guys. Really? That's what I think. He'll be a little bit cheaper than a Jamal Dean, Sean Murphy Bunting, but he's still gonna.
I highly doubt that. He's
Who
supposed to hit almost 10 million
almost.
as a cornerback,
But Jamal Deans and guys like that are going to
but
want 12, 13, 14 because they're younger and a little bit faster.
Murphy's only 25.
That
Dean's
is true.
26, I think.
True, but I mean, Jamal Dean is a big time guy everyone's going for. I haven't seen a lot of news about Murphy.
I think Murphy's probably going to resign. But if I'm grading this, I'm great. Give it an 8. Murphy is liability at times.
You can't
It's a
just
matter of will he fit whatever system Jack runs? Will he mature as a cornerback? Because he had some immature moments this
yeah,
year.
that is true. I mean, every corner has their moments. No player is perfect. Deion's had his moments. Let's be real. But that's when you learn. That's when you grow. And when you're saying that Ron and Jack want to say, "Hey, just don't do this again," and here's why, you can learn from that. I I, I think
True.
I think some guys are more acceptable to advice and criticism over others, and I think Byron would be on a better end. I think because Arizona is I don't know what's going on over there.
Yeah, nobody knows. It's a cluster.
All right, so I'm like 2, maybe 3 for 4. Last pick. Now, I wanted this last pick to be a topic of conversation. Now we have guys like Forrest, guys like Curl, guys like Kane at the safety position, right? Now we need more pressing matters. But my last pick on my top 5 out of Buffalo, Jordan Poyer at the free safety position. Now he's going to warrant some money. Him and Jesse Bates, if they don't resign, they're going to warrant some money. But he's still on the younger side. Damn good safety. Him and Forrest, if Curl's out injured, because Curl's injuries concern me a little bit. He's been back and forth. What are you saying? Jordan Poyer wouldn't be great with Curl and Forrest as his number 2 and 3? I think so.
If I'm rating this, I'm rating it a 5. He's going to cost. Sorry, he's going to cost way, way too much for a backup.
He will.
I get Curl gets there. I get McCain's mediocre. I get Forrest is young, but you can't justify it. We might get Reeves back. Reeves isn't too terrible. Let Reeves play. Percy Butler, another guy. You got to let these guys play a bit.
Oh,
You
also true.
know, I just can't see Jordan Poyer saying, "Hey, I must play like 50% of all snaps here." He wants to start.
Oh yeah,
He wants a starting gig. He doesn't want a rotation every drive or a couple snaps.
not true.
That's the only reason why I don't see Poyer coming here. And plus, I heard rumors he might go to the Lions because the Lions want a safety.
That'd be interesting over there. Poyer,
Yeah.
Hutchinson.
Oh yeah.
That'd be real interesting. Like I said, this logic wasn't gonna be realistic. I wanted a good talking point, and I think adding Poyer was a good talking point. So I think I did my job. I think I did
Oh
my.
yeah, you're good.
I will take 2 10s and 2 8s. That's like
I think a
82.
B plus,
B
almost.
plus. I will take a B plus right now, especially how long ahead. I'll take a B plus. Now we go into round 3, the dessert, if you will, of today's episode. We do free agent simulators all the time. We do mock drafts all the time. Some are more realistic than others. I want to go real, real, realistic with this draft. Whether it's trades, cuts, pickups. I'm
All
gonna go
right, bet.
real, real realistic. Now, we
Any ballers, hold up. We got a few sponsors we need to personally thank for here at Ballin and Burgundy. First, our guy Washington on the Daily, what about Instagram and YouTube? Huge sponsor. We want to give our massive thanks out to them. You can follow Washington on the Daily, both on Instagram and on Twitter, WSH on the Daily. Our guy Tony, who's Pro Tech Sports Network. Huge thanks to him. I met up with him at the Commanders Vikings game. Huge thanks to him. Our guy Sanchez at On the Warpath podcast over on YouTube and on Instagram. And then finally, our guy Rio Robinson, Mr. Rambling with Rio himself, our new sponsor, and a huge thanks to him. Met up with him at the Vikings Commanders game as well. So thank you to him. Again, huge thanks. So again, all of their Instagrams and YouTubes are going to be down in the description. You guys go follow all of them. And again, one big thank you to Rio, Tony, Sanchez, Washington on the Daily for being sponsors of not only today's video, but Ballin and Burgundy as a podcast. Get back to work.
And now we return you to our regular scheduled program.
we may have a moment here or there. Man, that's not going to make any sense. It'll make sense. Don't you worry. Don't y'all worry. So obviously I'm here on fanspeak.com. This is the best site when it comes to trades and everything like that. I mean, 10 days of free agency. You guys have seen it before. Let's get the clock started. Commanders, obviously. 7 rounds of draft updated as of recording. Vegas draft order, classic. I don't like fast because I like to see who people pick up. Maybe one of these days I will go fast. Right now, we are sitting at 3.6. I'll zoom in a little bit. 3.6 mil in cap space. Obviously, guys like Carson Wentz and like that will be traded. But I'm gonna scroll all the way down. Let's
I don't
see who we.
think he'll be. Oh, yeah. I don't think Wentz could be traded due to the contract.
No, he's gonna be
He's
cut.
gonna have to be cut. Yeah.
He's gonna be cut like a son of a bitch. But who is someone? If we're obviously we can scroll up and down. But who is someone right now you would say gotta trade him?
All right. If you trade more than one player, if I remember correctly,
Yeah, you can trade up to 2 players right now.
Charles Leno,
Leno
Andrew Norwell.
and Norwell. To who?
Let's go. Let's go Steelers. Steelers
Pittsburgh
need O-line badly.
So they have a first, a second, a third, a fourth, and 2 seconds.
Try a fourth. Hold on. No, try 2 7s. I think 2 7s is fair for 2 mediocre O linemen.
you just straight up 2 7s. You don't want to try that fourth?
I don't think so. Realistically,
Realistically, probably not. I want to give it a
yeah.
shot. I just want to see. Because if they say yes, that's better than 2 7s. That'd be
True. Whoa.
that was easy. It's because they get a 2-for-1 special on betting. They get a 2-for-1 special, and Mike can use it. So that we went from 3 to 40 mil. We just saved ourselves 37 mil in cap.
Yeah, and another thing is, with Leno, you trade him or cut him, you're saving yourself cap.
Oh yeah.
And the Steelers, they just got 2 veteran linemen to block for Pickett.
Yep.
Something they need.
Definitely.
Norwell could play guard next to James Daniels.
Good. He very
Who
well
else you
could.
seeing?
Let's go to the top of the list. Because we have guys like Gibson, guys like
Ooh, Chase. Yeah.
Chase Roulier.
Roulier, yeah. What could you get for him? Teams that need centers, the Bears.
Texans, the Colts.
Yeah. Either of those teams are fair.
Rams,
No.
the Titans.
I don't think Colts need a true center, but
the Bucs.
Go ahead and pick one.
We'll go to the Bears. Why not? Now the Bears will have. I thought they would have a flurry: a first, a second, a third, a fourth, a fifth, 2 fourths, 2 fifths, and a 7th.
Oof. What you thinking?
For Roulier, because of his injuries, probably that 7th of anything. If you're lucky, you'll get a 7th.
I can see a 5th.
You want to try that 5th?
Yeah, they're in dire need of everything at the moment.
God damn, that took fast. Okay. Roulier for a 5th to the Bears. Now, here's me a question of debate amongst the Commanders fans. What do you do with Logan Thomas and Antonio Gibson?
And Payne.
And Payne, but he can't trade Payne here right now because he's a free agent.
You could simulate it.
I could. What do you want to do? Do you want to try to trade Gibson and Thomas?
It's up to you, man. I'll let you.
Teams,
if you want to trade them, Cardinals, the Texans.
Yeah.
I wouldn't trade Gibson through here. I just do what we normally do with the. No, we can't do that here. Never mind. It's the other draft.
I mean, I can also, do picks here. So if we wanted to make that third or second round Payne, we absolutely could. But if I'm just looking at a straight tight end, who needs someone at that position? Broncos?
The Texans.
Who's
their tight end? What's his face? It's some younger kid. He isn't that good though. Jordan Akins,
yeah.
Yeah.
Panthers, but I don't really want to trade with them too much. The Jaguars, they'll lose Evan Ingram. The Rams are fine as is. The Vikings, because they'll lose Irv Smith. The Titans, because I don't know who they have as a tight end. What are you thinking?
Texans, Titans. Yeah, that'd be my top 2 teams.
That need tight ends. Because we trade with the Texans a lot. So they have a first, a second, a third, a fifth, sixth, and 7th.
Gotta be the 7th, man.
Gotta be the 7th.
He's like 31.
That is true. All right, a real late 7th. Obviously, that went through. So we went from 40 to 73. Good.
Yeah.
All right. Do you want to trade Gibson or do you want to keep him as the 1-2 punch?
Yeah. Here's the thing.
Yep.
This running back group is pretty impressive.
It is.
You got guys that can do way more than what you think. Here's the other thing. Do you trade Gibson due to him fumbling? He's less of a liability if he's off the roster.
Yeah.
And next year, you don't let him walk for free. You know, you can get your biggest offer you could take for Gibson is right now.
Yeah. All right. Let's see what we can get for him. Antonio Gibson. I wish there was a site where I could put in a player, kind of like Madden, where it gives you who would be interested, but oh well. Who needs a running back? The Cardinals?
It has to be the Cardinals. I
Well,
think
yeah,
they're the biggest needy running back team right
sure.
now.
Well, you have the Cardinals, you have the Ravens, because they'll need a lot. You have the Panthers, they'll need a lot. You have no, the Texans have Dameon Pierce. You have the Rams. Rams need a running back. Cam Akers isn't getting it done.
I'll let you make that call. I made the last couple.
Rams, Cardinals, Bills, Panthers. What are the Rams looking at? Because they're going to be in a rebuild by themselves. Second, third, fourth, fifth, lots of sixth, 2 sevenths.
True, but I was going to say if you go to the Cardinals, you can tag, you can put Payne there, like act like you did.
Actually, so they have a first, a second, 2/3, a fourth, a fifth, and 2 sixths. What do you think?
I mean, if you're doing it, it's got to be the second and the late third, like we
Second,
normally. Yeah,
second,
I mean
late
it's up.
third. And that would be what a future second as Deron Payne, because he'll want that second spot.
Sure, yeah, I think so. Yeah, Payne is worth a second without being paid.
Yep. So let's see what they say. They declined it.
Oof, wow. And just add like a fourth or something or a third.
Well, this later fourth. Nope.
Wow, they must have the wrong mentality.
Let me see about the Rams. Let's take out the draft picks. Let's not trade Deron in this instance. Gibson for
It has to be go second.
I don't think
I'm
they'll
just curious. I'm very curious.
nope. Didn't think so. Because
Half
that's pick 30, like 5 or 30.
third, maybe. Like
Yep.
I'm not taking anything more less than a third. Like I hate to be the guy. Wow.
Titans, Seahawks, Bucks. Bills have guys like James Cook, but they have a real late third.
But they have a late second. I try the second before the third. That's like pick.
Nope.
Wow, nobody wants Gibby. You fumbled too much.
Apparently, who's one more team that would really benefit? Bengals maybe because Joe Mixon.
No, they got P Ryan.
No, he's a free agent.
I'm pretty sure P Ryan's going to be back. He's cheap,
Probably.
reliable. He's done a hell of a job.
Probably.
What about the Dolphins?
Dolphins? Oh yeah.
I get they have Moister, but I thought he was a
second, third, sixth, and seventh. They don't have a lot.
You can try a third.
I'll do that later third. No one wants him.
All right. Looks like we know where we stand. Gibby staying.
Alrighty, Gibson is staying. So we still got plenty of cap space. So we go from 73 to 42 because it's potential cap.
Bye Wentz and restructure Allen. Might as well.
So there's that. What do you want to do with Bobby McCain?
Just keep him.
Keep him?
Keep him for now.
Joey Sly.
Cut him. He gone. Pack your bags.
Put your motherfucking head back down.
Your ship has sink.
So there's There's 2 cuts right there. Because we traded all the other offensive linemen versus cutting them. What do you want to do with Curtis Samuel? Do you want to cut him? Or do you want to keep him?
I don't want to cut him.
Okay.
If real life, I'd restructure.
Yeah, but
just by like $1 million or $2 million.
Yeah.
You know, but there's no way you can. Same thing with Fuller. Fuller and Kendall, they're making, or Fuller and Curtis, they're making way too much right now for how they've played. Got to see a little more better before I could re-sign them to a bigger deal.
Absolutely. But now we will go into the free agency simulator with $78.9 million in cap space.
Yeah, we did that.
Derek Carr's cut, bunch of defensive lineman, Tim Patrick, nothing too much here. So let's get now. We do have to re-sign a few people. I think your biggest picks is Obata and maybe Duran.
I'd resign both of them.
FA will be cheap. FA, you get like a 3-year. I say 3-year just because it's better to sign long term than like a 1-year like big deal. You do you could probably do a $3 million a year kind of thing if you really wanted to.
Yeah, that's fair. Or 22.5 mil, whatever you want to do.
Let's try 2.5. 3 years, 2.5. Yeah, that's real cheap. Now, Duran's going to warrant upwards of 12 to 13. If we franchise tag him, that's 12 million and change. We transition him, it's a little bit less. Or we can try to re-sign him. What are you thinking?
Or just re-sign them at this point. We got enough cap space right now.
All right, so I'm thinking another 3 years, 50%. Here's where the money's going to lie. Is how much is per year?
I'd go 4 years. He's going to want more than 3 years.
For 4 years, 50%. You want to try?
Thinking?
You want to try 12.5?
Let's try 11 mil. It might be a little lower, but you can sit there and guarantee more money to a later year. You know.
Yeah, there we go.
Ooh, there you go.
All right, here's the next question. What do you do with Reeves and Heineke?
Honestly, both are decent players. You're not going to let Hal's mentor leave, right?
I wouldn't.
Heineke, you're not giving him 15 million. That market bull crap's fake.
Yeah.
He might make maybe 3-4 million a year. And Reeves might make like a 1.5 million a year.
I could give Heineke 5 mil with half that guarantee, and he'd be fine. If I was really wanting it back.
Agreed.
So if I did like 4 or 5 a year, would you be upset?
No, I wouldn't for a quality backup.
Because it's 50% guaranteed, so he would get 2.125 a year for the next 3 years.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, he took it. Reeves, another 3 years there. 50. I like a good 50%. It's easy to do the math. I could do 2.5 here. I could do another 2.5.
I'd just do 2 million. I wouldn't go crazy with the extra money. He's just a special teamer, and you compare him to Matthew Slater.
Matthew Slater, absolutely. All right, so Holcomb and your guards and centers are left. I don't want to bring back Turner, West, or Larson. Injuries concern me.
I don't. I would bring Larson back.
Larson back.
Okay. Like 1 year, 1.2 mil.
1.2.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't bad. He was pretty strong when he played. Yeah, it's just when he went down.
We were better with him, but
yeah,
his injuries were a concern. Now, Holcomb. What do you do with Cole Holcomb?
I'd let him walk. There's so many free agents, linebackers out there that are just way better than the kid.
Sounds good to me. So we will walk into free agency, $63 million. Now, Will Hernandez got re-signed. Morrow got re-signed. Walker got re-signed. Pollard and Schultz got re-signed. Van Der Esch, Lazard, Jamal Dean. There's a big name. Saquon franchise tagged here. Greg Little re-signed. Wiley resigned. Man, I was going to go after Wiley. That's a good name to go after. Andrew Wiley. But it is what it is. So, biggest needs to them. Receiver, corner, tight end, linebacker. I would disagree.
First off, let's not worry about the quarterbacks.
Nope.
The quarterbacks, Lamar's not going to be a free agent. Tom Brady just retired, so
Yep.
act like you didn't see that.
Alrighty. I think offensive tackle needs to be held. Lucas and Cosme are good. We need someone great. And there's Orlando Brown.
Go for it. Don't look back.
I'm going 4 years. Bear with me. 4 years, 50%. I want to start out with 10-5.
Do 11. I'm trying to do 11-5. 11-5. I have a gut feeling you might take 11-5. 10-5 would be too much of a discount.
All right, so there's that. Do you want to go after McGlinchey or McGarry? Because those are still quality pieces.
Yeah, I can go for McGlinchey.
Glitchy.
I
go
do
for
4 years, 11 mil.
another 11 mil. I want to see what Ted Mill can do, just a little bit under, because he's a little bit older.
True.
So we'll see. All right, cornerback next. So we have Fuller, Juice, Holmes. These two here will be in and out. I know that for sure. There's Byron Murphy. Guys like Murphy Bunting, guys like Callahan, still out there. What are you thinking?
I'll let you pick quarterback. I want to pick guard and linebacker.
You can absolutely do that. Byron Murphy. I want to go after Byron Murphy. I want to see what he'll warrant. 4 years. Fitty. Let's try 10 and go from there. Let's give it a shot. Now, you said guard. Let's start with linebacker. So we got Jamin Davis, Khalid Hudson, and Drew White. Guys like Jermaine Edmonds out there, Devin Bush.
I'm going Edmonds.
There, White, Jermaine.
We're putting money where our mouth is right now.
Another 4 years.
4 years.
50%.
Go 11 mil. I think you have to give me extra million to come here.
Yep.
And I'm going guard. I'm going Dalton or Riser.
All right. Is there anyone down here at the bottom you might want as a cheaper option? Because Devin Lloyd you get for 3 mil.
Devin Lloyd, I'm not getting Devin Lloyd. That would never happen.
That never happens, but it keeps happening. I don't know why
I know.
TJ
Edwards
is someone really on the rise.
I know. We're actually rumored to be interested in him. Not yet. Not yet. I want to go to guard real quick and see where the money is after who accepted what. Dalton or Riser if he's there. 4 years, 50%. And let's go 10 mil.
Good Lord, you're throwing out 10 mil contracts like they're nothing.
You got to remember, they aren't. The cap face of meth.
Oh, I agree. Kicker, I think we can draft. I keep saying draft.
Agreed.
You go younger with that.
Oh yeah, I'm down.
Safeties, I think we're good on. Even though I was looking at base and Poirier. You could go CJ Jargon. You could go to CJ. That'd be real interesting.
Yeah.
Do you want to test it?
It's up to you, man. Oh wait, no. CJ, no, not CJ. I wouldn't test it. I think our safety depth, we wouldn't touch it. Because you got to remember, we have so many players to pay next year.
Oh yeah.
Curl, Gibson, Young, and Sweat.
I think we're good on.
You want to go after McGlinchey? Or
we already put it. Running backs. All right. Let's see what we picked up. McGlinchey, Reisner, Tremaine. Orlando Brown took $16 million from the New York Giants. There we go. That solves it. Anyone big out there that got picked up? Pat P to the Seahawks. Marvin Jones to the Patriots. Nothing really out of the ordinary here. All right, Justin, here's the next question. Do we go back to offensive tackle? Glitchy. We're sitting at 41 mil. Guys like Isaiah Wynn and
Isaiah, I know Isaiah Wynn.
4 years, 50%. You want to do another 10 mil? See what he
Sure, yeah, 10 mil. You know, if we were doing what we did right now, you know, the O-line would be pretty addressed.
Yeah.
You know, like it would be pretty addressed.
Yep. All right.
We'd have a juggernaut team because the draft. If we don't have many needs, you could draft wherever you want.
Oh, you could.
Player wise.
Yep. All right. Corner. So Byron Murphy didn't take like the 10 mil.
I think it'll take 11 or probably 12 mil
You want to try 12 mil for Byron Murphy?
for 3 years. Yeah.
All right. Let's roll with it. Too many zeros. Receiver, I think we're good on. We can always draft. No one out there is catching my eye. No one's giving me a twist for the whip. I don't see anyone I really need. Tight end, again, we have 4 on the roster. Could go after Gesicki. What do you think?
I'll let you make that one. I think I've made a lot.
If 5 on the roster.
You could lowball it and be like a 3-year, $9 million a year. See if he'll take it or not.
Yeah, you're not wrong there. Just testing. I'll go 8-5 and see what he says. Just to scratch that itch. Corner we gave. Yep, Tremaine took that. Edge we're good on. Center. Centers we could. There's no good centers really left over. Centers will draft. Gesicki and Byron took them. Isaiah Wynn did not. Oh, Justin. Here we go. Daniel Jones to the Bears. What have we done?
That's a good meme.
That is a great meme. I'd be all here for it. Joe Flacco to the Raiders. That's hilarious. Nick Mullins to the 49ers. I think he was already there. So offensive tackle still eludes us, but we still got some money left.
I mean, you could try to get him, but who are we going to draft now? Like, we've got all of our needs, just about, other than a center. We can go second round.
Center will draft. Kicker will draft. Corner, I still draft. There's no way you don't get a Gonzalez or a Witherspoon at this rate. Because Holmes and Fuller will be replaced. Linebacker, we're good on. Edge, great. Depth. D-line, what am I looking at?
No, I wouldn't even look. You got Payne, you got Allen for the long term. You got Manthis, you got Ridgeway and Bada. I wouldn't even touch that D-line.
All right. Is there anyone else you want to go out and test waters for?
No, I truly think you skip to the draft.
All right.
Take the 5-6 million for the draft.
I mean, we got 26 left over. We got plenty left. Alrighty, we're skipping free agency.
And then extend the other guys later on.
All right, so we have the 16th overall pick. The Giants and the Jaguars are offering us their first and then a second from each if you wanted to trade back. Now, what we have is a first, a second, a third, 2 4s, 2 5s, 2 6s, 2 7s. That would give us 2 seconds. What do you think?
You know, my thought, it's going to depend on who's on the board.
Yeah.
Like, if you skip it to our pick, see who's on the board. If nobody we want, trade to the Jags. I ain't trading the Giants. I ain't helping them.
Yeah. All right. So we'll stay where we are for right now. And if it comes down to it, we can trade back. So let's get this started. Carter, Bryce Young, Wilson, Stroud, Brees. Nothing really big. Will Levi. Oh, there goes Will Levi. So there goes Witherspoon. Gonzalez is still on the board.
Get Gonzalez, get Paris.
I like
Man.
Gonzalez because I'd rather build up younger corners, being that Fuller is
Get
older.
Porter. Yeah.
You have Porter, but I think Gonzalez talent-wise is a bit better.
I think I could agree with you there. Gonzalez looks like he fits their scheme a little better.
Yeah, 6'2", 200 pounds. Good stats across the board. No touchdowns allowed. I know these are interceptions. Never mind. I don't see anything that's concerning. Do you want to take Gonzalez? Or do you want to go Porter?
No, I'll go Gonzalez. I mean, he is the number one corner of the draft. Gonzalez is.
Yeah, Porter's a little bit lighter. A few more pass deflections. I think Gonzalez all around better. That's just my opinion. Let's see. 3 corners in a row. Ringo to the Steelers, Porter to the Lions. I don't think that happened. Receivers go. Najigba, Addison all go. Downs to the Giants. That's 3 receivers, big time. Offensive tackles. Torres to the Chiefs. I see that happen a lot. All right, second round. Let's get this party started, right?
Hopefully that we go center. I'm holding my breath for center.
Hendon Hooker to the Seahawks. Tanner McGee to the Saints. Jalen Hyatt to the Titans. Center it is.
We have to go, my boy. That's center. Yes.
John
Smith.
John
He is him.
It's my name too. Let me stop. A few edges go off the board. A few linebackers go off the board. Dallas gets another corner. Philly gets another edge. Goodness me. Alrighty, I like where we're going with this. Third round, we got pick 34. We got a good minute. Let's get it started. Tillman and Booty Jahmyr Gibbs to the Cardinals. That's pretty good, actually. That's a good pickup. What else do we got? Toa to the Falcons. Donald Washington to the Dolphins. Voorhees to the Lions. They're building up good. Marvin Mims to the Seahawks. That's a good duo. Campbell to the Giants. I don't like that, but it happens. Trey Dean to the Eagles. Hutchinson to the Chiefs. Man, they look. All right. Best available. We could go guard. I don't really like the guards on the board. I don't think we need a receiver this early. Tackles, I think we're good on.
I think it has to be linebacker at this point. Like I'm thinking.
Yeah.
It has to be linebacker.
I've heard a lot of good things about Overshown, this linebacker out of Texas. 6'4", 217. I mean, he used to play DB before he went to linebacker, so that already gives you a good sense.
So he's going to be decent at pass coverage, which that's our biggest lack with run stuffing.
Yep. I mean, good tackles, decent picks. 3 forced fumbles in his career. I don't hate the pick. What do you think?
I'm down with it.
Down with it. Let's go. DeMarvion Overshown. Welcome to Washington. Tajay Spears to the Giants. They are building up. Goodness. All right, we have 2 fourth-round picks, 16 and 18, so they're almost back-to-back. What do you think? Do you like that, or do you want to try to trade back with one?
I'm gonna let that be your pick there. You already know what I'd say.
All right, so we got offers. For pick 18, we have a 4th and a 5th, or 5th and a 6th. I kind of like the Browns a little bit more.
Yeah.
Keep a 4th and you pick up an early 5th.
I agree. I think Browns are way better.
Yeah. You want to do it?
I'm down, yeah.
All right. See, we'll take that. Trades for the 16th. And we got another trade for 20. I want to keep 24. I like having 2 picks in 2 rounds. I don't want to trade 16. even though they're giving us 2 6 and a 5th. What do you think?
Let's see here.
So
You
we're getting-
know, I'd just sit there and draft at this point.
So we're going to decline those trades. So we got a corner, center, linebacker. We could go tight end. We could go guard. We could go tackle. Could go kicker's way too early for a kicker. Who am I kidding? Could go receiver with Jaden Reeds. I mean, we'll have good depth down the board. Running back, we're good on. It says we need safety, but I think we're good with safeties.
You know, you could go Robinson from FSU. Let him and McCain have a camp battle. Robinson he was rated a day 2 pick.
Yeah. All right. I like it.
Maybe that'll show McCain he's better step it up or he gone.
Yeah, that is fair. All right. Pick 24. Do we want to trade 5th, 6th, and 7th from the Chargers or 5th and a future 4th from the Bills? I don't know. What do you think?
Both look pretty good, though. I'm not going to lie.
What do we got? We already have 2 6. We have 2 7s. We have 3 5ths.
I think the Bills offer would be better because I don't want to go overkill this draft.
True.
Because real life, you have to watch your cap space. You have to watch. And I'm pretty sure the $40 million deals we've been doing,
Yeah.
going to bite us eventually.
So you want to trade back and get a future 4th?
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
All right. Maybe we'll do it. There goes Jaden Reed to the Jaguars. That's a good pickup from them. A good Michigan State guy. Nothing too crazy. Tight ends and safeties off the board. 5th round, here we come. So we have 4 5th round picks, which I kind of like having. We have good depth. Let's get it started. Ooh, Wex off the board early. All right, sitting here at 5. We've gone 3 defense, 1 offense. I think it's time to go back to the offense.
How about go to running backs real quick. I'm thinking Condre Miller. You ever watch him play at all from TCU?
I didn't see a lot of him. I saw a lot of Deuce Vaughn. Oh no, I'm thinking Kansas State. 6 foot, 206. Good yards his junior year. 17 touchdowns.
Dude was a monster, man. He reminded me like Gio from the Bengals, Bernard. He reminded me a lot of like him, but just stronger and faster.
Yeah. I don't hate it. You want to do it for depth?
Oh, I'm down. Gibby's going to be replaced anyway soon.
That's fair.
Might as well mean his replacement.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. All right. 14. We have 5 tight ends in the room. I don't think we need it. I wouldn't go QB this early. It's decent guards, decent tackles. Receivers, I can wait. What do you think?
I'm going to let you pick this one because I just picked the last. I jumped you to pick it.
No, you're good. You were good, man. I'm center again, guard again.
I wouldn't go center. I'd go guard or tackle if you look at O-line.
Yeah.
How about, I don't know, that's too far.
It's no good receivers. I would take this high. Shorter, I can get later. Could double up on linebackers, but I don't want to do that this early. Kicker's too early. I'll go offensive tackle. I'm gonna go this Pittsburgh kid. I think it was good on the board. And we're at 16. What? We're at 16 now. We still have 28. What are you thinking?
Can you go to the guard real quick?
Yep.
Take the one from Louisville. I've heard a lot of good stuff.
Caleb
He's like
Chandler.
that. Yeah, I've heard a lot of good stuff about him. I want to take him. I want to develop him into a Pro Bowl guard
I like
for the
it.
next 3 years.
I like it. Now, sitting at 26. Oh, wait, no. Sitting at 28. We can do one of two things. We can get a QB for pure depth, or we could go like a receiver. I don't like the receivers on the board right now.
I wouldn't go QB just yet. I'd go QB around 6 or 7, honestly.
All right. So what do you want to do here? You want to do? We could go linebacker again.
I'd go linebacker, honestly.
All right. Now here's the question.
Pace or Winners? Winner for TCU is another good guy.
Winners is good. Ventrell Miller was great at Florida. I'm just gonna give you a quick.
Are you good?
So he's 6'1". He was consistent throughout his years. Lot, 7.5 sacks in his career, an INT for 82 yards in his first year, few pass defended, and let's play this clip. Where was he? Where'd he go?
I had no idea. I'm just watching. See Mike right there?
I think. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, right here, number 5. He just flew in.
I mean, I'm cool to draft him. I don't have no issues.
D Winners was a great guy though.
D Winners reminds me of a smaller or a taller Fletcher with less leadership and less passion. He's a header. What?
You said less. We say less leadership and less motivation. God,
like, I hate to say it, Fletcher. Like he ate, breathed, and drank football. I don't think D Winners will do that though. That's why I say it. But D Winners, he's pretty good. Pace is another good guy.
Pace 6 foot, good stats.
I'm down for either 3, honestly.
I mean, this is what pick 163. Miller's is right. See, I'm a Florida stan because I'm a Gators fan. So if we don't take him, I'm gonna be against it. I just think he'd be good depth and a good
special teamer. I'm down with it.
All right, Ventrell Miller. So we got 2 6 and 2 7s left. So we got a good depth. We're gonna get some good depth here.
I can see a corner or a quarterback, a kicker, and receiver.
I like it. I like it a lot.
In either way, it don't matter at this point.
Yep. So we got 16 and 38. So we've got a little bit of time to test the zip one. Brent Cox of the Buccaneers. That's a great pickup in my opinion. Cox was a beast at Florida. Jay Ward, Andre. All right. So we go QB, guys like Toon, DTR, Bennett, or receivers like Nuka, Shorter, Davis. What are you thinking?
Hey man, I'm gonna let you pick this one.
I'm gonna go QB.
Who you taking?
I think I'm gonna go Clayton too. We take DTR a lot. A 6'3" quarterback, throws for 40 touchdowns last year. He also rushed for 5. So he'd be a good quality, third stringer practice squad kind of guy. And I've heard really good things about him.
Oh, for real? I'm down to take him if you want.
Go Clayton too.
Here's some news I just read.
Yep.
I'm talking about multitasking. I had a news thing pop up on my thing. Guess who met with the Giants recently?
Oh, I saw it earlier. Hendon Hooker.
Hendon Hooker
met with the Giants, the Cowboys, the Lions. He met with 2 others.
My app's 15 hours late. That's ridiculous.
I saw it earlier when it first came up. You want to go receiver here?
Yeah, I'm cool with receiver. At Bleacher Report, a little late.
Okay, so Justin Shorter is 6'5", but he's another Florida guy. Darius Davis, that's a short, 5'9".
Hey, if you know your Florida guy is good, go ahead and take him. I have faith.
I like him because of his height. 6'5" is like a tall motherfucker. 6'5". He didn't do a whole lot because Anthony Richardson was running the ball so goddamn much. 6'5". To me, 6'5" screams body. Like a Mike Williams kind of body. So I'm gonna take him.
True. Oh yeah, and plus we lost Cam Sims in this,
Oh yeah,
so
we'll
we need
probably
we need a tall fade kind of receiver, my ball, jump ball.
all right, 2 7s. Here we go. So this is gonna be purely for depth, for special teams, for practice squad. This is where things just happen. So you got pick 11 here. We've got a center, a tackle, a guard, 2 linebackers, a safety, and a corner, quarterback, and a receiver, and a running back. What are you thinking? What's left? Edge. Think we're good on edge. Think we're good on D line.
How about you go kicker? Get the Michigan kicker.
Oh yeah,
The young. I've heard a lot of good stuff about him.
Jake Moody. We did need the kicker.
Yeah.
All right. Well, one more pick left. Right now, pick 16. What are you thinking? I think here you could go corner as just depth and to help out.
Oh yeah, you can go cornerback for backup to the Holmes.
Yeah. What else? D line, edge. We got 2 backers. Tight ends aren't twisting the nib for me. Tackle, not really. Guard, already got
I'm thinking defense at this point.
defense.
Your O line set, your D line set,
Yeah,
your receiving core set, your halfbacks are
yeah.
stacked, your quarterback room's full.
So what's Chamari Connor out of VTech? 6', 205. What do we got? 38 tackles, 67 total tackles, 2 for loss, no sacks. I mean, he's not a bad guy. This would definitely be just a pure depth kind of pick.
I can see a Jeremy Reed 2.0 with this pick.
Yeah. Well, Reeves is a safety, but yeah. Do you want to go corner and just have for depth?
Yeah, I'm down for that. I'll draft a kid.
All right, why not? VTech, local guy, give him a chance.
Yep.
So DTR goes to the Texans. That's real interesting. The fact that he fell this far is also interesting. I thought he would go a little bit later.
Yeah, like 4th or 5th.
Honestly, I was thinking early 6th, but even that. Stetson Bennett to the Rams, real late pickup. Good Lord, he got picked up late. That'll round things.
It's
out.
the DUI.
Yeah. All right, so that's going to round things out. So we signed back Larson, Reeves, Heineke, Payne, Obata. We got McGlinchey, Dalton Reisner, Edmonds, Jasicki, and Byron Murphy. We obviously cut Wentz and Joey Sly. We restructured John Allen. A plethora of picks, a decent amount of picks, and a few trades. We traded back with the Browns, traded back with the Bills, traded Roulier to the Bears, traded Logan Thomas to the Titans, and traded Norwell. So we got we got a 4th, a 5th, and a 7th for 4 guys. But we picked up, 14, 18. So we picked up a tackle for the future. We picked up, 11. Picked up the kicker for the future. And we traded back, so we actually got the 5th. We got the 24. No, we got 28 and 24. Our linebacker for the future. I like it. I like it a lot. We addressed.
Yeah,
we addressed
this was okay. Go ahead.
So all I said was we addressed needs over here: quarterback, QB, safety, guard, receiver, safety, tackle, running back. Good.
Honestly, if this was real, I'd give it an A plus. You did everything into your power.
Yeah.
Sit here and fill every need. This would be like the Eagles did last year.
Yeah.
You came out here, you made cap space. You
Yep.
made cap space. You started cutting guys, started trading guys, doing everything you can. And you got big guys, Edmonds, you got Reisner, you got McGlinchey, you got all the big guys that are elite guys to come here and help your team.
Yeah.
Then you top it off with the draft with decent young kids.
Great kids. I mean,
Oh
these
yeah.
two picks right here are going to give you that A. Guys like Miller, guys like we got two Millers. But KJ Miller, Ventrell Miller, Justin Shorter, Moody, those are just quality pieces. Those
Agreed.
quality pieces. And Overshown, quiet guy. But I'll end that there. But quality guy. But I've heard his stock is starting to rise a little bit. And I'm excited to see what he can do.
Yeah, me too.
I think that'll wrap things up, guys. If you made it this far in the video, first of all, thank you. We love you guys. Second of all, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Like I said earlier, turn on post notifications to let you know every time we post. And we're gonna hit you guys with a lot of different days. This will come out on a Wednesday. We'll have it come out on a Friday, come out on Monday, come out on a Thursday. We hit you guys with all different times of the week. And you guys are starting to love these videos. Past few episodes, to our standards, have done great. 88 views, 120 views, good likes. Just keep running that up, guys. Tell your friends to come over and like and subscribe and help us out. And you never know what we're gonna have. We're gonna have a few more guests on here in the next few weeks. Kind of already lined up. And once we get really into draft season, about late April, we'll crank up the drafts a little bit more and see what we address.
Yeah, once you hit the free agency, it's going to be too fun once we hear the rumors.
Oh yeah.
Even on the tampering days, guys could agree on deals. They just can't put the pen on paper until it's the 13th or 16th,
something like that. It's gonna get real interesting.
Oh yeah, I can't wait.
It's gonna get real interesting. Other than that, guys, just stay tuned for more episodes. Go follow us over on Instagram at Ballin and Burgundy Podcast, where we'll put up recaps, we'll put up stories, we engage with you guys over there. Follow us on TikTok. We have TikTok. I'm on TikTok. Y'all follow it.
Surprise. We do.
Yeah. Surprise, shorty. We do have TikTok. I do, the work over there, just because I have the ability to do it, and I enjoy it. Stay tuned on Instagram. I will be heading out to Virginia Beach to the 757 card show, where I will be seeing and getting an autograph with receiver great Santana Mouse.
Cowboy killer.
Yes, sir. And I mean, there's gonna be other guys there. There is an old Eagles player. If I can find him, award number 95. I want to say that's Sam out.
Who's all going to be at your thing?
So we have, so I'll put the picture up, as this editing goes up. But guys like Dwight Gooden, Howard Johnson, Santana Moss, Dennis the Oil Can Boyd, Will Fuller, Sam Allen, wrestling's guy Mordecai, and Tugboat. So it's an all different sport. Nice. We got baseball, we got wrestling, and we got football. So I will be there bright and early to get in line. I already got my ticket, $40 after taxes and certification. I was happy.
Nice.
That is a good time to me. Anything else you want to add before we wrap things? We exit out.
No, guys, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We'll catch you on the next series.
Absolutely, guys. Like I said, hit the like and subscribe button. Never forget to stay ballin'. We'll see y'all out there.